Well, this is the Generosity Report 2025 from Stewardship, an organization that you may be familiar with. Some of you, I think, give to the church through Stewardship. And for the last, I think they started this last year, and this is the second year that they've produced a Generosity Report exploring Christian giving in the UK. And its key findings are quite interesting. The major key finding I'd like to point out to you is that committed Christians give away almost 5 times the UK monthly giving average to charity, for example. Committed Christians, by which they mean Christians who attend church and read the Bible at least once a week. So that's not a hugely high bar. Christians who attend church and read the Bible at least once a week give to good causes, to charities, to the church, almost 5 times the UK monthly giving average. And also, another of their findings, I'm not sure I'll read all 5, but I'll read 3 of them. A second key finding was that committed Christians experience the most joy from their generosity. That is to say, they feel pleasure in giving to these good causes, to these gospel causes, to the church. And thirdly, just of interest, the youngest age category, 18 to 24, gives the highest proportion of their income at around 11%. So that's very encouraging, isn't it? The youngest category, the youngest age category, 18 to 24, gives the highest proportion of their income at 11%. Committed Christians give an average of £314 a month, around 11% of their income, which, as I've said, is almost 5 times the average UK giving level, according to the Charities Aid Foundation at least. And it's a very interesting report to look at. I discovered today that my daughter is familiar with the report. And I'd like just to share a few quotes from various experts, I suppose, people who are working in this sort of sector. For example, the Reverend Dr. Guillermo Bishaw, who's the director of the Gratitude Initiative and co-director at the London Project, says that this research highlights how Christian teaching seeks to transform the heart's posture, or you might just say how it seeks to transform the heart, fostering a lifestyle of generosity rooted in freedom rather than guilt, ultimately leading to joy. Jonathan de Bernhardt Wood, who's the director of giving for the Church of England, wrote, "Giving and receiving are 2 sides of the same coin. The more we realize that everything we have is a gift from God, the more we are able to give it away." This report shows that the key to living a generous life is to grow in an understanding of God's incredible generosity to us. The more we hear and read about our generous God, the more God enables us to reflect this generosity in our lives. Similarly, Joe Frost, Director of Communications and Engagement at Evangelical Alliance, wrote, "Generosity is a hallmark of the Christian experience." And one more quote from Andrew Hawkins, who's the CEO of Whitestone Insight, who conducted the research, wrote about how this is important, this report is important in deepening our understanding of the link between giving and Christian discipleship, and between generosity and joy for the giver. Generosity and joy for the giver. Also significant, he says, is the remarkable phenomenon of high levels of Christian commitment and giving among younger, more committed Christians. The report clearly shows the link between Christian faith and generosity. In other words, there's something in Christian faith, in Christian belief, in the Christian relationship with God, that strongly encourages generosity, that pushes it up to almost 5 times the UK average. There's something in our faith that makes us want to be generous. This is also what Paul found as he reported in his letter to the Romans.